Yeah,
But you know this shit's fire.
All right, we are back, and ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute honor to finally get my man Alex Arango, Top Pro Motorsports, to sit down with me on the podcast. Welcome, Alex.
how you doing?
Good, man. Good. We had just for those that are joining in right now, me and him just got done talking that he was on Dustin Cornier's podcast. We was just laughing because we love you, Dustin. You're absolutely awesome, but I'm sorry, right? No, Dustin is absolutely an amazing human being. So yeah, Alex, listen, me and you got a lot to talk about. I've had, obviously some of my friends race with you on your team too as well. But where did it all start with you on two wheels, Alex?
My father always loved motorcycles, so when I was younger, I was around them with him. He didn't really race because in Colombia, where he's from, there's not a lot of money and there's not a lot of racing there. So, he wasn't able to. But when here he put me in racing, like with go-karts and whatever it was. So I've always liked racing, and when I got old enough and I could afford it, I bought a race bike, and right here.
I mean, that's absolutely, the grassroots of racing. That's what I love, right? It starts from the dad or the grandpa to the dad to you or the daughter too as well, right? Because there's many girls that race in our sport as well. So it's always the grassroots of racing is always end up to where we are. But along that journey, we don't realize the beautiful people we're going to meet and how it's going to take over our lives.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, obviously, you're the owner of Top Pro Motorsports, which congratulations, super successful. Not only at the business side of things, but at the racetrack too as well. So we'll definitely get into all that. So growing up, getting your first race bike, obviously, you did go-kart racing, so you was around the whole racing, so it's fairly a seamless transition for you to get to the track, right? So tell us about your first experience on track at your racetrack on two wheels.
I bought a brand new CBR 1000. I walked into the dealership. I bought a brand new bike, and I stumbled across a shop that was doing track days. And let's go. I went, and I haven't left since. I crashed the second time that I went. Spent a ton of money. And then it went downhill from there.
Right. Many credit cards later, but yeah, all that good stuff. But trust me, I get it. I've been there and done that myself, my friend, and dude, why the CBR 1000 for your first race bike?
Because I live close to Rick Case Honda, which is a dealership here. And I walked in for a dirt bike, actually. And they had the two bikes like this, a dirt bike and a CBR 1000. And the guy's like, hey, we got a good deal on this bike, and okay,
I'll take
it. And I rode on the street for a long time, and when I was young, I rode on the street and got into trouble and the whole works as a kid. And then I worked at a dealership that the guy's like, hey, come ride on the track, and ever since I've been there ever since.
Yeah, I love it. We all do the whole squid thing on the street, right? Where we think we're freaking Valentino Rossi, we know it all, and then we get to the track and realize we really don't know anything, right?
That was bad.
Right, it's for all of us. It's bad, absolutely. But I feel like as long as I've been doing it and been in the game, there's people that show up squidding off the street that get to the track that leaves their ego outside, so they soak all the information in and they learn and they progress. And then there's other people that show up and they know everything and they just they don't progress, and half of them leave and never come back, right? You see it, I see it, we all see it. It's
I was really young when I did it. Was you, I don't know if hard-headed, stupid, or what the word was, but I was
everything in between, right? Yeah, I get it, man. I do. So obviously, owner of Top Pro, congratulations, man. How did all that start? Did you decide one day, hey, I want to own a dealership? And
I exported watches for a long time, and then I started exporting parts, and that's how I made money. I went to the track. I went, to these dealers, and I kept getting shafted and shafted, and I got tired of it. I was young enough to where I'm like, hey, well, I know I like to build cars and I like to build stuff. Why not try motorcycles? I got a job at a dealership, and then I went to school. I went down that whole rabbit hole of dealership life. I was a GM at another dealership, and then one day I just said, "Hey, I'm gonna do it on my own," and best decision I ever made.
I
Right here.
love it, man. I love it, dude. So, where'd you come up with the name Top Pro? Where did that come from?
We put, I think it was like 6 names in a hat, and my dog picked it.
I love it.
Like literally, he stuck his nose and grabbed it, and it was Top Pro, and it's what it was ever since.
I love it. Obviously, I'm an animal lover, right? I told you, but before we went live, we co-parent my dad's. We just got he's a lab Weimar mix. Weimar, I think I'm saying that right. He's 7 months old, so he's 9 months old now because we had him for 2. And then our other dog, her name is Princess Fiona. She's like a year and a half. Yin and the yang of the spectrum for sure, right? But I'm a firm believer, Alex, that us humans don't deserve dogs. I love dogs. They're like they teach you so much, So, dude, that's awesome. Dog name, didn't know that. There's something we didn't know. That's how Top Pro come about. Dog name.
Oh yeah, I got 2 of them, and they're like little humans.
Facts, 110%. That yeah. I can just tell the way they look at me, especially when I say the word walk and bath. I say bath, like you get that certain look like, hell no, right? You got to chase me. You say walk, straight to the door, let's go. Yep. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Right. Only I wish our wives were that simple.
Right.
I just had to throw out that, baby, I love you. That's hilarious. So, starting Top Pro, being a racer, I couldn't imagine all the, I don't want to say difficulties, but all the preparation that goes into a race weekend for you is a little bit different because you're a team owner, you're a racer, you pick the racers, you pick the bikes, you do all these things, right? So let me ask you this, Alex. How do you decide on what bike you're going to race? How do you pick the bike?
Well, I mean, before with the BMW stuff, I had a partnership with Alpha Racing and BMW here where it kind of made that easy. Because, I sell a lot of race bikes. We do take customers to the track. We do the rider support here in Florida. So it was easy because what we race is the same thing that we sold. When that partnership was over, it was kind of like, oh man, what should we do next? Talking a lot to Jason Waters, we kind of, what's the best platform that is racing right now? And for some reason, we kind of thought about the super sport stuff. And, right now the Ducatis are where it's at. I got in contact with some of the guys at Ducati Corsa and Barney Racing, and it kind of made that easy. But, we didn't know where to go. And Jason, it's right now it's me and him. Like we're both partnering up with the Top Pro thing. And, he also has hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try that. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it kind of worked perfect because the Ducatis they're very good bikes. We're struggling a little bit with figuring a couple of things out, but that's kind of how the Ducati thing came about. We're just kind of, let's figure out what happens. We want to do the BMW thing. Should we do Suzuki? Should we do R9s? And the Ducati thing just made more sense because obviously you see Ducatis are the first couple bikes, so it makes it a lot easier.
Oh, 100%. Let me ask you this. Being a team owner, also a racer yourself, is it difficult for you to show up to the track and turn one part of the business brain off and cut the racer part of the brain on, and then in between sessions too, right? Because I'm sure your phone's constantly going off and all this requests coming in and emails and all this stuff. So how do you separate the two?
Honestly, I don't. It's like sometimes I'm working as I'm getting there, or I'm at the track and I'm in a corner hiding away on the phone. In 24, I was on the phone on the grid, and that's when they actually said, "Hey, no more." They took my phone away, and I never got the phone back on the grid. But as a business owner, you're trying to, you got bills to pay, you got to make money. And this is my business, and the racing is also my business. So it's hard to separate. It's very, 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 it's, to me, it's been the hardest thing since I started this. It's been the one thing that I don't have words for it. It's very difficult, very, very difficult.
Yeah. I could only imagine, right? Just because of everything going on. But when that visor goes down, all that shit disappears, right? Like you don't think about nothing no more.
No, you'd be surprised. Like in the 200, when you're just that long on a bike, you start to think about this, you start to think about that, and you're thinking about, okay, I got to get back and do this. And it's the hardest thing. I could probably go faster if I didn't think of half the stuff that I got to think about, unfortunately, but it's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you're still proper mega fast, my friend. Don't get it twisted. I see you out there. Trust me.
A little bit.
I see you
a little
out
faster.
Yeah, but that's what all the racers say, right? No racer is ever satisfied on as fast as they go. Even if you break the track record, you know what you guys say? I had a little bit more in me. There's a little bit more in me I could have squeezed out. So, yeah, 110%. So, being a team owner too, when you first started looking for riders, has that criteria changed over the years on how you pick your riders?
No and yes. Obviously, like when the team was very big, we had a big budget, things were a little different. Where when the team's a little smaller, the budgets change, and unfortunately, this is a very expensive sport. So it's hard sometimes to just pick anybody, because sometimes, we can't pay for flights. So they live over here. It's, there's so much to think about. There's so much talent in racing everywhere in the world, but the budgets and the numbers, and sometimes that's super, super, super difficult when you're picking somebody. And then obviously, how much do they crash? Do they tear bikes up? Are they hard on motors? Are they this? Are they that? So it's a lot of stuff to gotta think about. I wish it was easier. Where you say, hey, this guy and this guy, but if you have unlimited budgets, sometimes it doesn't matter. But when there's budgets involved, and there's a lot of thinking and a lot of what ifs and what how and this and that and here and there to think about when you pick a rider.
Oh, I can only imagine. I've never picked a rider before, but I can only imagine, bro, for real. And then, but I see it as because I know Jason Waters. He's an absolutely amazing human being, super fast. And when I seen the announcement that he was going to be with you in Top Pro, I was like, okay, him and Alex, your two personalities. I think it's going to be an absolute proper team, right? Like just the way you guys gel together, and your riding styles is kind of similar, but they're different. So when you guys are sharing data, is it hard to share data because you guys are a lot different? Or are you guys actually sort of close when it comes to that?
A little bit yes and no. Jason's a big motocross guy, a very fast motocross guy. So he rides a little different than me. He feels a lot more than I do. As long as something kind of works, I think I beat myself up more. Jason tries to just figure it out. So it's hard to answer that, right? Because we've had tracks where this works and tracks where that works, and where this happened and where that happened. And, Jason goes fast. And when Jason gets going, Jason's fast. And we're going to find that break sometime this year that we actually figured things out before we get to the track. And I think, it's coming. It's just, we have to figure a couple of things out.
I see it as, your guys' style it looks very similar on the track, but obviously it's not, right? But his information he's given and the information you're given is just going to make a complete all better package of the motorcycle, right? And I always talk about the important puzzle pieces. All these puzzle pieces have to fall into place as far as sponsorships, which I call friendships, and all these puzzle pieces got to fall in order to make the show, right? Same thing as to develop a motorcycle, especially when it's a new motorcycle that you previously haven't had any experience, much less race one, because it's completely different, and trying to figure it all out and make it better. Listen, again,
we got the bikes the weekend before Daytona.
Really? See, I didn't
Like,
have hardly any time.
Jason built one, prior to that kind of, it was a street bike that we put together, and that's it. I think he got 3 test weekends on it. And then, it's completely different than the ones that we got from Europe. So it was a hard adjustment, but it's time, and little by little we've been, finding this and finding that, and that the link and here and the electronics and this and that. So we've been getting at it. So let's see.
Oh, for sure. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, Alex. Whatever visions and goals you have in life, in racing, in your business, bro, I hope you achieve them 10 times over. 110%. Yeah, you got it, man. You got the personality, you got the smiles, dude. You got all the major important puzzle pieces into place. Now it's just all those little intricate puzzle pieces got to fall in order for it to be the complete picture, right? Tell me about, obviously at Top Pro, you build customer race bikes too as well. So if a customer approaches you and says, "Hey, I want an R1 or whatever built," you build pretty much whatever they ask for.
Yeah, I mean, we're a dealership, so we sell bikes, race bikes, street bikes, used bikes, here and there, a couple new bikes. We do service, from an oil change to a tire change to a full race bike. Customer comes in and wants a super bike, we'll build him a super bike. He wants a Moto America V2, we'll build him a Moto America V2. An RS660, we'll do that. We got a dyno. We do custom ECUs. We do everything. Helmets, gloves. There's an online store. We have a store in Colombia that my wife runs, and pretty much she sells all the motocross stuff in Colombia, and now we're getting into the road racing stuff over there. So
I love it, man. Busy man, right? Dog, wife, kids, dude. 2 bit, yeah, dude. You racer, bro. How do you juggle all this?
You just figure it out.
Right?
As it goes, you figure it out.
Oh my God, I love it. So coming into the 2026 season, Jason Waters is a teammate, brand new motorcycles. What is your personal goals that you would like to achieve this season in Moto America?
I think for me this season is kind of being able to make some more rounds. This year's kind of on our own pockets, and wasn't what we were looking for, but it's racing. And then with the business and the business in Colombia, I can't go out and do the whole season. It's a lot of money, and at the level that we're trying to do it at, with the trailer, it's hard, and you spend a whole lot of money, the crew, the tires, the this, to that. So I want to do more rounds. I want to help Jason get a little bit further in the results, and just ride and have fun, man. This year, I just want to have fun. I think so many years bashing your head and trying, you forget that you were lucky enough to do this, and it's all about fun.
Listen, I couldn't have said it better myself. I feel like everything that goes on, especially when you're knee deep into it, and it gets frustrating, right? But I always tell people, man, just take it back to the very beginning, right? Why did we get into this? To have fun, because it was the best fun we ever had on doing anything, right? And if you can find that, hit that rewind button and find that fun again, right? You're happy, you're relaxed, you're breathing, and you're going fast, right? When you're not having fun, you're not going fast. You're struggling, right? And then you're struggling, stressing, right? And it might cause problems on the bikes that the bike's not really having the problem. It's actually you right here that's thinking it, causing it, right? And then trying to, throwing the bike upside down at the track, trying to figure it out, lost all right here. It is a beautiful game, ain't it, Alex?
Oh yeah, it's people don't understand how mental it is. The skills, the guys, most of the guys in Moto America are amazing riders and they have amazing skills, but some guys have, their head is, they've been doing it for a long time, and their mental strength is beyond, and that's why they're able to go so fast and figure stuff out so quick, and it's more mental than anything.
Yeah, 110%, man. 110%. So, is there particular motorcycles you sell at the dealership, like BMW, Ducatis, or you sell all brands, or
everything? We used to specialize a lot in BMW. Not that much anymore. Now we're just doing a little bit of everything. But I have like out of the box ready V2s, and then some, obviously the BMW stuff. Like we have the stock 1000 stuff that's pretty much ready to go. Yeah, whatever, bro, whatever.
I love it, man. I do. I'm the jack of all trades, baby. Let's get it done. I love it, Alex. So you've had a lot of my friends race with you over the years. You've been at Top Pro, at about the team. Who's been the most challenging rider you've had underneath you?
I don't think there's been a challenging. They've all had their things. I think we got Avery at like that point where he was growing up and figuring things out, and he crashed a lot. We had some motor issues with him, but I think he was at that age where like he's still figuring things out. But we never really had, like, everybody had their thing. Maxie was hard to get information out of him, but obviously, I mean, you see how good he is. He's silent. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't do nothing. I mean, everybody has their good and has their bad, but the bad's never been bad. It's never been, oh my God, no, not at all.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I mean, every time I've seen you guys in the paddock, I've been there. I feel nothing but mega vibes and good energy coming out. So it's good to see. You know, you do walk by some pits, and I can't say the same, but you know how it goes. But it can be like that on any typical weekend because you know you play in the weekend, you play in the course, you got all these, you know, ideas that you want to do, and then the monkey comes up, throws a wrench in the program, and just freaking messes everything up, and it's just a big trouble bus, man, for sure. Yeah. So are you, you know, this season you said you wanted to push Jason, you know, get him to where he needs to be into the next level. Does that mean you're going to step back a little bit as far as racing and concentrate more on helping him out?
You know, you say yes and then you say no. I don't know. You know, I want to, and then I want to ride, and then I want to stop. I'm at that point where, like, sometimes, like, this weekend is Road America. I was like, I don't care that I didn't go, and it's itching me. I watched the timing, and I'm like, damn, we should be there. Jason's hurt right now, but you know, it's those moments. But I know maybe I'm better helping than I am riding. I haven't figured that out yet, so I'm kind of there.
You're still trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's a lot to think about, you know, especially when you have that competitive edge and you want to be out there, being a competitor, not so much just sitting back and playing that role too as well, right? Which is, again, that's also a double-edged sword, right? Because the yin and the yang, right? Bro, I couldn't imagine the stress you go through, especially during a race weekend. So let me ask you this: you know, I never had my own Moto America team, right? So this is a question I always wanted to know: what goes into you and Jason? Let's say we're going to VRR, right? Let's say you guys are coming to VRR. What preparation and what goes into that weekend happening for you guys, from packing up, the logistics, getting everything there, setting up for the weekend? Give me a rundown of how all that works.
With Jason, it's easy because it's only us, right? And we only have X amount of parts, and it's the same bike. So 2 sets of bodywork obviously works enough for him. You know, X amount of wheels, X amount of this, X amount of that. It's pretty simple. You know, we don't have 10 people, so we don't got to take 30 chairs, and you don't got to find 10 hotel rooms. You know, Jason has his camper, so he stays there. Some of the guys stay with him. So it's a lot easier. But, you know, we make sure that we have all the parts. You know, me and him get on the phone a lot, and we talk, hey, okay, what was wasted this weekend? Hey, we spent 3 brake pads, 3 sets of brake pads. Okay, we got to replenish those 3 sets. He crashed. Okay, what was used in that crash? Foot pegs, blah, 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 blah. And we just replenish it in the trailer. So we always have a stock of stuff in the trailer. If we get some information, or we figure out, hey, these guys are using this gearing, we make sure that we have everything there so that we get to the track, and on Thursday we can kind of start with a base. But in 2024, when we did the whole 8 bikes, I mean, that was a disaster. That was 3 weeks of, oh my God, you know, what mechanic is coming from where? They land here. Okay, make sure that, you know, the 3 mechanics land at this same time, and that's 1 rental car. and then make sure that they have the insurance, and then the other guys get here, and then the rider gets here, and then how many Airbnbs do we have to get? How many people fit in those Airbnbs? You know, the food. One guy, you know, that's the hardest part about running a team is the people, because some guys like Diet Coke, some guys like Diet Pepsi. Are they the same? I don't know. You know, it's a soda, right? Some guys don't drink that, and they complain that it's not. It's when you do it, people, it's hard. I mean, you try to make everybody happy, but sometimes it's very hard. Like, you know, hey, Diet Coke is Diet Coke. Oh, but it doesn't taste the same. All right, cool. I don't know. I don't eat these type of granola bars.
Concession stands that way.
But you can't say that, right? So you try to
Yeah.
make everybody happy, but it's hard. You know, running the team. I think the hardest part is the logistics side of it, and you know, hey, to make sure that the passes are there, that their airplane tickets, that they all get here before Thursday, so that we can unload, and you know, the mechanics and the crew chiefs can all take care of their bikes and the riders there. But you know, and then shit happens. The flights get delayed. You know, we can't control that. You know, rental cars, they run out. We can't control that. So that's the hardest. I think that's the hardest part about the running of a team.
Oh, I could only imagine, especially when you're doing, again, like you said, everything yourself, dude. I'd be like, I'm done right now. Like, I just need to walk away and do something, right? It's yeah. Especially having, you know, that big team y'all had in 2024. Now it's a lot simpler because it's just you and Jason. So I don't want to say all the weights come off your shoulder, but it's eased a little bit in that department.
And he helps me out a lot. Like Jason helps me with a lot of stuff. Jason makes a lot of things very easy. I mean, he wants it just as bad as I do. So like it's with Jason, it's amazing.
I love it, man. I love it. What's the biggest thing you learned from Jason so far this year on the bike race side?
Race wise, I think I've learned more from Jason on the personal side and like on the business side than anything. On the bike thing, I don't know. I don't know if I've learned a lot from Jason on the bike thing this year. I think I've learned more personally than I have on the bike, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It just goes to show what a top quality guy he is. He's always absolutely smiles. I seen him at CMP. I only got a chance to say hi to him for a brief second. I was there with Azra announcing. And I did it at Summit Point, so I'm gonna be announcing their races, their live stream races for the rest of the year. And hopefully next year, and I keep asking Alex, the owner, why you keep calling me, right? Like I'm confused, but they keep calling me, so here we go. It's awesome. I want to get to a couple of these comments. Actually, we got Alex Johansson's doing his very first Moto America round at VIR this year. He says, I'm going to do my best to keep up with you guys at VIR.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it, man. I'm pumped for, man. You know, coming up from club racing, making your debut at. So let me ask you this: going back to your debut in Moto America, right? That feeling coming from club racing, finally making it to the big stage. You know, all the added pressure. Run me through your first Moto America race weekend. What was that experience like for you?
It sucked. It was horrible. I went with my dad, a good friend of mine, a good friend of my family, and one more buddy. It was 4 of us, and we had no idea, like tire times and this and that. Like we were just, you know, so you don't think about half the stuff. You think about like, okay, let me take my bike and a spare set of wheels and the 3 or 4 parts that I need, but you know, you just don't think about the transponder and that you need to have it's a certain time to go to the tires. There's a certain time for tech. You know, you have to go out at this time. You need an umbrella for, you know, when they put you on the grid. Like you don't think about these things. If you're thinking about the hardest part of it, getting there, you know, and make sure that everybody's flight's good, that our Airbnb, like all those little things, and you forget and you're so nervous, you just make every mistake in the world. That's
part of learning, though, you know. And you're like tire stickers. What are you talking about? We don't do that in Clover. What are you talking about? Tire stickers? What?
I don't know who was on tire. I think my dad was on tire, but I'm on the wrong side. Like you don't think about those things because you're not
Yeah.
used to doing them. So the first round, like they don't give you a handbook. Hey, at this time you have to do this. You just go and you're just like, oh my God. And now, now after you do it for some time, it's like it's normal. But the first time there's so much to think about and there's no time for anything. Like,
It's not.
You ride twice in a day. Okay, cool. If you crash, there's no time to fix the bike. You're literally trying to put things together as fast as you can. Yeah, there's 4 hours. It's not enough time. It's just time thing is the hard part.
Yeah. Yeah. And being on the big stage of the TV cameras and like you said, coming from club racing to the world stage, Moto America, it's like, what is going on? What are you talking about? What do you mean I got, between 9 and 10 to go to Dunlop and get my tire? Well, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's yeah, but obviously you've been there a long time now. It's like a normal day job, right? Clock in, let's go, let's get it done, let's have fun and come home safe, which is the most important thing for sure.
Correct.
Absolutely. Do you go out and club race, right? You still club race?
I haven't in a little bit, but we do the Pan Am Superbike stuff here in Florida. And I think this year we're gonna do a couple wear rounds. I got a couple customers that want to do some of the club racing stuff to get their Moto America licenses or just to do club racing. So we'll do some wear stuff. I think we're gonna do some Azure stuff and then obviously the Pan Am stuff.
So I'll see you at in October at the Race of Champions at Daytona.
Yes. That'll be.
I love it. I love it. So what rounds are this season do you and Jason plan on doing for the remainder of the season?
We planned on all of them, but it's just things happen. I got sick and I also couldn't make it to Barber and we did some other stuff. And then Road America, he's hurt. And I just kind of over that one. And then I don't know. I don't know what the next one is. Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jason, I don't know if he'll be ready or not, but we got to figure some things out. But we plan on doing all of them. I know the hooligan stuff, Jason's going to do all the rounds because he's doing pretty well. I think he's going to get on the podium he'll be there quick. And then Super Sport, if he's doing hooligan, he'll do Super Sport. That guy rides and doesn't get tired and rides some more and keeps riding. He's not 20 years old, but he keeps riding. I don't know. It doesn't stop.
He's an inspiration for sure, right? I love it. Mario Ferroni, he's a club racer. He's super fast too. He's also Mario. He's known as the chef.
Man, I'm so bad with names.
Me too, Alex. You would think I wouldn't be, but I'm bad with names. But anyway, Mario says be ready for the cookout at Daytona in October. So he's the one that always does that big cookout at the Racing Champions. Yeah. Brisket and steaks and yeah.
Oh, awesome.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good time, but it always is. Absolutely. Dude, Alex, being into racing, what is your particular visions and goals that you would like to accomplish as a road racer in your career or as far as Top Pro goes?
I think we did a lot of what I would have wanted to do as Top Pro. We got a Superbike win our first year. We got a couple track records. The Twins Cup podiums, wins. We did a lot. What I would really like, I think, just personally, me, I like kids, so I would like to maybe grab a kid and get him the win and get him to do good, and then watch him keep going to what like Sean has been able to do. That's pretty cool. I think that might be more of like my goal. This year my goal is to get Jason somehow on the podium. That's the goal for this year, right? It'd be cool, but I don't know, like I don't know. I think the kid thing would definitely be one of those.
Oh, for sure, right? Those are the future legends of the sport. Without them, we have no sport, right? So, do you follow SFL Mini GP out there, Michael Carrera out there in Florida?
I do a little bit. I don't go out there much because it's six Motor America weekends or track day weekends. Like there's a lot of stuff going on here, but I do see the results. I do see the kids that are riding. A lot of my friends race there, so they'll tell me what's going on. I'm very close with Stefano. Stefano will go out there and race and tell me what's going on. So we do stay on top of it a little bit.
I love it, man. I love the whole idea of you wanting to bring an up and coming kid into the sport and watching them progress.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, would you start club racing, right, and then bring them up through Talent Cup and Twins Cup and all that good stuff? That's awesome, man. I love it, dude. I freaking love it. We need more people like you, Alex, and Top Pro in the sport that wants to do that.
It's just hard because this is such a expensive sport. For the families, it's hard. For teams, it's hard. There's not a lot of sponsors that come out and say, hey, here's X amount of dollars. And to run a program for a year, you usually spend $50,000-$60,000 or something, cutting corners. So it's not easy, but the sport's growing fast. So I don't know what happened. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of friendship sponsorships, right? When you first started out road racing, how did you personally go out and seek those sponsorships and friendships? That's a question I get asked a lot, and I'm like, listen, just put a resume together and go out and talk to them in person, and that's start at your local businesses that you support, right? Start with them. That's just me personally. How do you go about doing it?
I'm really bad at it. I am horrible. I am probably the worst person to ask that question because I'm very shy, so I can't do it, and I can't go ask somebody for money. I just can't do it. Yeah. If we happen to run into the conversation, I'll say something, but I'm horrible at it. I'm horrible at it. I've been lucky, like stuff is falling into my lap, like type of thing, right? Which isn't right. You should, if you're racing, you should go out there and try to find your sponsors and talk, and but as a business owner, it's like, hey, what can you give me? If I give you this, what can you provide for me, right? Like, what's my return? And that's the hardest part because it's in racing, there's not a lot of return, and they try to do a good job of doing it, but I think they need to do a little bit more because they don't see, like right now, if you watch the live streams, they show the first 4 guys, but the guys behind them are the ones that are trying to bring in the money. They're trying to make more money racing, and it's hard to show a sponsor, hey, look, I'm 10th in super sport, but I'd never get shown. The sponsor doesn't want that, unfortunately, and they can have a badass, social media presence, but if they're not shown on TV, it's hard to get money like that.
No, listen, this is the double-edged sword of racing too, as well as trying to come up with the funds, right? Especially, we keep saying it, and everybody knows how expensive the sport is, right? It's yeah, man. It's something that it's all that we're all dealt with the same thing, so it's something we all got to play the game to be successful. Absolutely. Is there? Let me ask you this. Being a team owner, is there somebody that you would love to have as a rider on your team in the future? Somebody you always wanted to work with. Be like, one day, he or she's going to race for me. One day, I want them racing for me. I had Sean. Sean was, one of the things that I wanted to do. I also got to have Stefano one time on my bike, which is pretty cool. I had Martin on my bike, which, as a kid watching him, that was like, oh my God, wow, I can't believe that. But I think one person that I really would like would be Bobby Fong. He's just a hell of a rider and a hell of a person. Yeah.
So yeah, I think Bobby, for me, I think that guy is one I can say that'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure. He's got last year, didn't end the way he wanted it to. Caden Mobier taking the win, taking the title out there at Jersey. So coming into this year, he's ready to take the fight to everybody for sure. But yeah, Bobby's absolutely amazing human being. His dad's super cool too as well. So yeah, it's questions. So usually I ask non-team owners. I haven't had very many team owners on my podcast before, but one question I ask people that's not team owners is, hey, money no object. You had your own team. What's the manufacturer bike you would have, and who are the two current riders on Moto America you'd actually put on your bike? But since you're a team owner and you already got all that out, that's a question I'm not going to ask you, right? But yeah, I just think it's cool because, it gets other people thinking about, hey, man, maybe, especially the riders, when they hang up their leathers, like, what am I going to do to feel this more? Maybe I want to be a team owner. Maybe I want to, be a coach or whatever it is. That's kind of why I go down that path. So, yeah, absolutely, man. Dude, Alex, let me ask you this, dude. What is your favorite track? We all have our favorite tracks and we all have our worst tracks too, right? So what's your favorite track and what's your worst track?
I hate Daytona.
Do you really? What about it do you not like about Daytona?
Everything.
He said everything. The food, just everything. It sucks.
Bathrooms, the Airbnbs, and it's close to home. Like I go home and I'm home at night. I just don't like that place. I have bad luck there. I just don't like that place at all.
Yeah.
Never have. And my favorite one, I just had that conversation with somebody. I love Road America, and I like Coda.
Coda's awesome.
But Coda, the track is very physical, and the track, but it's being at the same place where MotoGP races, Formula One goes, and the city's really cool. So I like that event a lot. And then Road America is just a nice track. Like I like that track a lot.
Yeah, of course, dude. When you're out there in Wisconsin, there's two things you got to do: spotted cow beer and cheese curds, right? I mean, yeah.
No, we didn't do none of that. It's we got a nice Airbnb with nothing around. There was nice grass everywhere, and we just hung out there. I love it. I love Wisconsin.
Yeah, I do too. Wisconsin's absolutely. It reminds me of Road America and Road Atlanta. Remind me of each other. It's just they have a similar atmosphere feel. For me, it does, right? They feel kind of similar. Versus you go to VIR, it's a completely different feel. You go to Coda, it's absolutely a completely different, feel. I've been to Coda for the past 8 years for the MotoGP race. I haven't been for the past 3. Got to make Austin 6th Street. You got to go down 6th Street in Austin if you go to Austin, right? That's where it's happening. That's where all the bars and the music and the bands. It's I actually got a picture on my wall. I met my brother there and his wife in 2017, and we're at the bar, and this dude comes up beside us and he's got this little piece of paper and he's just drawing. And in my mind, Alex, we're having a beer, eating some food, and I'm like, man, what's this dude doing, right? And he drew all 3 of us. I got it hanging on my wall, which was really
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, man. So I bought the dude a beer. He's like, I didn't ask for money. I did good jobs, and I wanted to give you something. I was like, bro, this is awesome. Thank you, right? So yeah. Texas is definitely different than any other state I've ever been in, for sure, right? It's its own unique feel. So growing up, obviously, team owner and all this stuff. Do you watch MotoGP, World Superbike? Of course, the TT is going on right now, which is my favorite race in the whole world. Do you follow all these things? Or
yeah, I watch MotoGP. I watch World Superbike. And I'm not at Moto America, but I watch it. My wife sometimes gets mad at me because at 3 a.m, I'm in bed with the TV, with the phone, looking at the phone, and she's like, "Dude, go to sleep." But I don't watch the TT. I think those guys are nuts. It scares me to see. Man, it scares me to see those guys. I'm just like, bro, they're crazy.
I love the TT.
It's badass, but I get like stressed out watching. Like, oh, these guys are.
They're different, right? So we always say aliens with Valentino Rossi and Casey Stoner, Mick Doohan and Anthony Gobert and all these, right? I'm like, no, the true aliens is every man and woman that raced the TT. Those are the aliens of the sport. There's other guys, they're legends. Don't get me wrong, but you can find the TT guys and girls will do the TT, the Northwest, the Southern 100, the Mannix GP, the Macau, and then they'll go race Coda or Magello, like it's easy for them. But somebody like me and you we look at it, Rossi, we're like, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Is it cool looking? Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
For me, I like my life.
I love the
Like
TT, bro.
Peter Hickman shouldn't be racing motorcycles. He should be playing basketball. And
Yeah, Hickman's tall.
That guy's massive.
He is. He is. He is. I actually hung out with him in 23 when I went to Cadwell Park for BSB. I went by his dealer, his place of business. He had a bike night because they just moved and had this big cookout. And I met his dad, dude. Yeah, it was absolutely proper mega town. Cadwell Park is. Have you ever been over there to BSB?
No.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, you go to, you've been to MotoGP races. Obviously, the atmosphere is different than Moto America. But the thing that I love Moto America way over MotoGP is the open paddock. I could walk up to you, Alex, and Jason Waters and see the pits and do all this. I don't have to have a special $400 pass and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
It has its own energy and feel. When you go to BSB, bro, it's like, it's intense, dude. It really is. The crowd is there. The people are hooping and hollering. It's just, and then the Cadwell, Park with the jump. You're just fucking like, holy shit. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, absolutely amazing.
It's something else to watch.
Yeah, dude, BSB, you can watch it for free on businessbritishsuperbikes.com. You watch all their streaming for free. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. And TT obviously is going on the TT Plus right now. So, yeah. MotoGP's this weekend. Moto America. So Mark has just come back from his shoulder surgery and all that. You think he's gonna pull off a win this weekend?
I don't know. It's a long race. That place, I've been there. That place, he's I don't know how hurt he is or how hurt he's not. He's a hell of a rider too, but I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one for him.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so, man. I mean, Praya's looking good too. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. It's actually a really good year. You know what? Moto America this year has got some of the most stacked grids I've seen in a long, long time, especially in super sport. Holy shit, dude, we got Darren Bender. Kayla stepped her game up big time. She's always up there. Of course, Josh Herron's he's Josh Herron, right? You can't say nothing but that. He's an animal, right? My dark horse for this season's been Darren Bender, though, for sure. 100% in super sport class. So we'll see how
Josh is my buddy. I know Josh is gonna win a lot, but I can't wait till Kayla smokes everybody.
Bro, me too. Kayla's a good friend of mine. Her and her dad Dave, and yeah, I've told people for years, Kayla's gonna be a big problem once those puzzle pieces fall into place, and she has that self confidence, which she does. You can see it now. She's gonna be a major problem for everybody. 100% agree.
It's very talented.
Dude, first woman in history to get the podium at Daytona, right? Pole position, like it's coming together, Alex. Mm-hmm. It's coming together. It is. Well, listen, we're almost an hour into this podcast. I told you it was going to go by super fast. I know you're busy. You're actually at work right now. So I'm just going to keep you on for a couple minutes. I just want to pick your brain away from all motorcycle racing. And then I'll just give you a call and we'll set up part 2. Dude, tell us something about us. Tell us something about you that we don't know. Tell us something about Alex that nobody knows.
Something that no, I'm super calm. I'm very family oriented. Like I like to do stuff with my daughter, my wife. We like to hang out at home. I got my 2 dogs. I like to sit on the couch and just hang out with them, and very calm. We try to travel as much as we can, small family trips, but very calm. If it's not motorcycles, it's just being calm at home, man.
Yeah, you sound like me. If it ain't 2-wheel racing, I'm really not that interested in it. Now, when it comes to my wife, yeah, okay, I'll do it with her because that's what she wants to do. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, I chill at the house too, Alex, 110%. But do you watch any other sports? Like I'm a big soccer fan, right? The real football, right? Not the American football. I like the real football. You don't watch soccer? No.
My family's Colombian, and soccer.
He laughed. He's like, no, absolutely.
Because my wife's looking at me like she's laughing at me. Because right now the World Cup or some cup is coming up, and
He's like, I don't care. Let's go racing.
Car racing. I like car racing. I watch Formula One. We watch IMSA, but sports like that here and there, I'll watch a basketball game or football, like American football game, but sports like that,
Yeah.
never been.
Who's your F1 guy?
Kimmy. I think he's the man.
He's. I can't disagree. I mean, I really can't. He is the new kid on the block that's just blown everything out of the water. Right, first rookie to get 4 consecutive wins, if I'm not mistaken. Like he's Lando Norris is my dude. I like Lando.
I like Lando a lot too, but ever since Kimmy came around, you just kind of like, he's a kid. He's a kid, and he's funny. He's just like, he's not that.
He's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, he's not the typical, super famous guy. You could tell he's awkward, and he's like, oh, camera. Huh. Like it's cool to see that. It's not, the superstar, the Lewis Hamilton with the clothes and all that stuff. It's cool.
No, I agree. I 110% agree. Obviously, dude, I love spicy food. Are you a spicy food guy too as well? He's like, no.
No.
Wife laughing again. She's like,
I barely eat, man. I eat 4 things and that's it.
You sound like my son, straight up. Chick-fil-A, chicken nuggets, and chicken nuggets. That's it.
Well, I used to like chicken nuggets, but I'm allergic to chicken, so I can't eat chicken nuggets. But if I could, I'd chicken nuggets, and chicken sandwich.
All day. Let me ask you this, Alex. What's your worst habit? One of my worst habits is procrastination, man. Sometimes I procrastinate. Monster Energy. There you go.
And gummy bears. And ice cream.
Bears. Ice cream. Yeah. One of my worst habits is Sour Patch Kids. Dude, you bring me a bag of Sour Patch Kids, it's game over. Yeah.
Candy. My wife wants me to stop eating all that stuff, but I somehow, my customers bring it, my friends bring it. It's bad.
They support the habit.
No, it's bad.
That's what friends do. They support the habit, Alex. Oh my God, I love it. Let me ask you this, Alex. What's the one superpower you wish you had?
Teleport.
Dude, that's exactly what I say. Teleport, man. Because I can be like, dude, I'll be at Top Pro in like 2 seconds. Boom, there I am, right? Be like, I'm going home. Boom. Yeah. I'm going to Phillip Island, whatever. Yeah. Like it. Like that answer, man. Teleport to 8. Are you superstitious? Do you have any superstitions? No.
I never think about it. I can't be super. I never think about it, so I can't be superstitious. But no.
All right. Let's say me and you go out and we're gonna have a drink, dude. What's our go-to karaoke song we're singing?
I don't know. No clue. I've never done that, so I have no idea.
Bro, you ain't never sung karaoke? Bro, all right. Next time I see you at Moto America, bro, it's going down. Me, you, and Jason Waters, we're going to sing some karaoke, bro. Straight up, yeah? Wife's coming too. She's going to be involved. Let's get it in. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. I love it.
Yeah, she would do it. I don't. I'd find a wall to hide behind.
You can't, bro. You can't do it. I'm going to have my arm around you with the microphone right here, baby. Let's go. Oh, my God.
I don't think Jason would do it either.
Hey, when you're there and the energy's good, you're on the spot. It's just a couple words. We'll have a lot of fun with it, man. We'll figure it out. Let me ask you this, dude. I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I read a lot of books. Well, I don't read a lot of books. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Do you read or listen to any audiobooks? No.
No, my phone rings. Today I have 192 calls.
So you don't have time for any of that.
Mm-mm.
What about when you travel? Do you listen to any podcasts at all when you travel into races? Or?
I try to catch up on the news.
I
try to catch up on the news, or I like to listen to comedy stuff to just kind of like not not be just to laugh a little bit.
Yep.
But very, very, very little.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, listen, I don't want to keep you any longer, dude. We're coming up on an hour. I know you're busy. You got to get to all those calls, man. I'm going to let you give all your shout outs. But before I leave you the microphone to give all your shout outs, I got to give mine first. First thing I like to say is thank you to each and every single one of you that listen to this, that like and subscribe, because if it wasn't for you, wasn't for Alex and everybody coming on here, I would not be here. So thank you very, very much. Big shout out to Kabuto Helmets. It's one of my new helmet sponsors. They're absolutely amazing. FIM homologated. Go to KabutoAmericas.com. It's 2026. Alex is always telling people how important it is to have a full custom, right? Because most of the off-rack suits, they've never fit me 100% perfect. You have a suit that don't fit you perfect. It's tight in the arms. It causes arm pumps. It might be loose here when you're in a full tough. It's choking you, right? So having a proper full custom suit is a game changer, right? I'm with Komani USA, which is AGV Sports Group. There's many brands out there. You're not going to go wrong, but do yourself a favor, get yourself a full custom suit. Big shout out to K-Tech Suspension, SFL Mini GP, South Florida and Jersey, 64-degree racing for your undersuits. You guys and girls can also go to vnmsport.com and get undersuits. They're the two best undersuits in the business. And my personal opinions are also friends of mine. For all my UK friends, you guys and girls can go to clothingkings.co.uk and get all Pin the Gas podcast merch over there in the UK. I got 3 friends that make graphics in the industry, and I should go wrong by ordering from either one of them. First one is GRG Designs, Gus Rodeo, right? Congratulations, Gus, on your win, taken from the junkyard Ducati to the top step in Moto America. Let's go. But yes, he makes graphics through grgdesigns.com. Chris Cruzel at Drippin'. Last but not least, my man Reese Brody. Graphics. Big shout out to all the corner marshal workers out there, because if it wasn't for each and every single one of you, Alex at Top Pro wouldn't be able to show up. I wouldn't be able to show up and have any type of fun. Big shout out to Road Racing World and the Air Fence Fun too. Again, if we didn't have the air fences, Alex, we wouldn't be out there having fun, right? So one last thing before Alex ends the podcast, gives all the shout outs. People, when you buy stuff, keep it in the industry. Don't order the shit off of Walmart and Target and all this shit because you save 15%. Support those that support you. It's very important. 110%. Let's say you can go to Top Pro and get some from him. Don't order that shit off of Target. Go to Top Pro and get it from my man Alex. That's what I mean by that. Keep it in the industry. Support those that support you, because if you stop and they're not here no more, neither is our sport. So it's very important, people. On that note, Alex, tell everybody where you're located at in Florida, where they can come up and to Top Pro Motorsports and get that fresh race bike and all that good stuff.
So we're in Coral Springs, Florida, which is Fort Lauderdale. We're like an hour north of Miami. We have our store here. We're always here. We got all of the race bikes that we use in 2024, some of the stuff that we've used in the last couple of years, our trailers. I mean, we're always here. So if you want to come by and see the stuff, we're here. We have our online store. We have stuff here. If you want something ordered, you can reach out to us and we can help you guys out.
I love it. I love it. I'll put the Top Pro links in all the descriptions. I did when I released it, but when it goes out to Spotify, all that, I add all that in. And on that note, this episode will be out everywhere here later on tonight. I'll tag you. I'll send it to you personally too as well. Alex, thank you so much, Top Pro Motorsports, for coming on with me today. It's been an absolute honor to have you on, my friend.
Well, thank you for having us, and keep doing what you're doing, man. Thank you very much.
Man, I appreciate it, and I look forward to getting you back on here in the near future, my friend, and I'll see you at the racetrack soon.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Right,
thank
buddy.
you, everybody.
Yep. Appreciate it, Alex. Tell everybody I said hi, and I'm a big hugger, so give everybody hugs for me.
Okay? Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Right. Yeah, you're welcome, man. I'll see you soon, my friend.
Take care.
See you, Bo.
Calling all two-wheel enthusiasts, get ready to rev up your earbuds with Pin the Gas Podcast, the ultimate motorcycle racing podcast, hosted by Chris Simcoe, one of our very own excellent leaders here in Roanoke, Virginia. With expert analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive writer interviews, Pin the Gas Podcast delivers the adrenaline rush of the racetrack straight to your ears. Whether you're a diehard fan or a curious newcomer, you'll gain insights that will transform how you watch and understand motorcycle racing. On your favorite podcast app, join Simcoe as he takes you on a high-speed journey through the world of motorcycle racing. Pin the Gas Podcast.